Hello and welcome to this lecture on Pandas basics. So going into the Visual Studio Code, we'll start directly with reading some data. So I've just put the data folder into this folder. So in this data folder, I have an Amazon dataset. So it's called amazon.csv. So I will read this CSV file. We can have a look at it first. Looks like this. CSV is comma separated values. And if you have, you can install a CSV preview in extensions. And you can open the preview to see it in columnar format. Yes. So I will read this data set in and process it. So df data frame, pd. Oh, we have to import it also and change it to Python. So import pandas as pd, pd.read CSV. And if you haven't installed pandas, do that also. Install it to your virtual environment. I've already done it. So we will go into data / amazon.csv because they are in the same, the data directory is sibling to this pandas basics file. So inside of this, we do the /, we get the amazon.csv. So we can do df.head to get the head. Yes, so this is the data set. We can check out which columns we have, df.columns. We have a lot of columns here. We can check df.shape to see its shape, and we see, okay, 1465 rows and 16 columns. We could do df.info. So this is exploratory data analysis. I want to understand my data set. Okay, so we have all non-null, so we don't have any null values. Okay, great. Then we don't need to clean that. df, we can take a look at the rating, for example. Df rating, so we use the column name here, and we see the rating here, and for some reason it's an object. Okay, interesting. So can I cast it to float, because we see that all of these data types are objects, but in order to do some calculations, I need to have for example, rating or rating count in floats. Rating in float and rating count is an integer. So I need to cast it. So to change the type of rating, let's do df.astype. And we do a dictionary here. We type in rating like this, colon. It should be a float. So what happens if I run this? Value error. So I don't want to have all the errors, so I use a try except, and I do except in order to not clutter it down too much. As error, and we print the error. Okay, cannot convert string to float. So there's this character in the way. So let's deal with that. So let's search it up. So pd dot to numeric df rating, and we will do like this, errors equals coerce. What will happen? Well, we will get null value for the one that didn't change. So not a number. So then we could easily do like this, dot isNa. So then we will have a lot of false, but we will have some that, at least one that is true, because that one has this character and it did not convert, right? So we could do like this, as this is a Boolean mask. We can do df of this, and we see that, oh, right, perfect. We got one item, and we see the rating. So this one, we can just remove it. We see that it's an error. We have a rating that has no rating. So in order to do that, we copy this code again, copy this and do, instead of isna, I will do notna, because now we get all the data that is not, that has value in rating. So it means that this can be coerced. So we can do df equals this, df.shape, and we see that we have 1464 now, which is one less than before. Great. Then we can also do like this df, let's see, df.head, and we see that df.head, and we see the data here, and we could actually search on, let's see, we see another type here. If we continue here, let's see, scroll, yeah, here, rating count. This one we wanted to we want to change it as well. We change the type. However, we see there's a comma here, so it won't be possible to do the as type as before. To show that, I will just copy this one, and let's do it. Rating count, right? Rating underscore count, and we change it to int, like this, and run it. Invalid literal for int, yeah, for this space. Okay, great. So now we just replace it. So let's do that. So df rating count dot string as object. It's as we have string here, we can do replace the comma with nothing, right? And here we see that all the commas has disappeared. So let's do like this. df rating count equals to this one. df.head. Yeah, there is some kind of value is trying to be set on a copy of slice. Okay, so use .lock instead. Then let's do that. .lock. So it means that we have row indexer and column indexer. So I get all the rows and I choose this column to be replaced. So let's do this instead. And it works. You see that we have rating count has been changed. So let's do like this. Now we want to do this one again. Copy this one. And instead of just having the int, we can use the float as well. So rating, let's convert that to float. So we're doing both at the same time. Cannot convert float, not a number, to integer. Error while typecasting for column rating count. Okay. Rating count. Error while typecasting for column rating count. Okay, let's do that. Rating count it is. So then we can filter on rating count. So rating count, we see not na. We see a lot of truths. Let's see, df rating count dot not na. Length is 1464. Let's see how come. Not now. Oh yeah, it has true and false, of course. So df of this one. So now we have this Boolean mask and we filter it out. So filter out the data. And we see, for example, we do df equals to this one and df dot shape. And we see that 1462. Yeah, we have decreased a few ones. So we remove those that have been... so we only pick out those that have values, so not number. So let's do this again. And now we convert and see if it works. Ah, it worked. Perfect. So let's do df.info. And we can see that, yeah, we have rating non-null, rating count non-null. Perfect. And, oh, but it didn't change the data type, right? It did not change the data type. Did we run this one? df.astype. Ah, right. We need to assign it again. So df equals to this. I run this one, and then I run this one. Perfect. We have float and int. Yes. So now let's find out some interesting things with this data set. So let's do like this. We can find out df.sort values. We can sort on rating count. So by equals rating count like this, and then we can set ascending equals false. We can do .ilock colon 10. So we just pick the top 10. So here we see the rating count is really high here, and it's going lower and lower. So this could be our top 10 most rated equals to this. And we could do top 10 most rated, and we can filter out several columns that we want. For example, I want to have product name, I want to have the rating, I want to have rating count, I want to have the actual price, like this. So this was much cleaner. And we can see here we have data which we could easily plot, for example, at least the rating and rating count. So we can do other stuff. We can top 10 most rated of, let's see what we want to have. We could take review title and see like this, and we have a lot. We have a series here, and then we can do ilock of 0 to take the first one. And we see that this is a string, so we can do dot split on comma, since it seems to be comma that is separating it. So here, some of the review titles. So we see that a lot is about the HDMI. Okay, then we can move on and see what happens. We can do some plotting. So df.plot, for example, x equals rating, y equals rating count, and this will be very, very ugly. And so we should have kind equals to scatter. So we have a scatter plot instead. So here we can see that for very lowly rated, we have very few, and highly rated, super high rated, we have very few as well. While those that are in the middle, like between 4 and 4.5, 4 and 25, maybe we have top. And we have some that are outliers. For example, these HDMI cables that were so popular. So this is an interesting way to understand the data. And great! Now you have used pandas for some data analysis and to doing some exploratory data analysis. So in the next lectures, we'll go into some storytelling where we take out some things we're interested in and do explanatory data analysis. So we make use of storytelling. Okay, with this, I would like to thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.